Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with Triax 2. So, after having finished up in the sanitarium, Sagani's bow is huge, I notice. We were, at- accosted is not the right word. Conf- neither is confronted. I'm trying to think of the right word, but
Of
approached.
course.
That's what I need. Um, oh, we have to go over here. Um, approached by a messenger or a courier, hopefully not numbering 6, f- to go see the Lady Webb, older rogue man. As you near the apparition, you are overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, the recollection of an emotion rather than the emotion itself. It wrenches your insides nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tensed, a look of concern playing across its face. The
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
My mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
Pain in your stomach deepens, and you feel for a moment as though you are about to be sick. Your mouth has gone dry. Forgive me, Eminence. I wish to leave the order. The man folds his fingers together and presses them to his mouth, thoughtful.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
The people we intended to convert, they committed unspeakable acts, sacrifices, mutilations. The apparition exhales slowly and its lips pressed together, a sympathetic rapport in its eyes. It places its hand on your shoulder.
These are the ways of the heathen world.
Surely the gods would do better to destroy us all and start anew.
Perhaps they would. It may come to that one day. This is why we must not fail. The heathens are beyond the gods' reach. They do not know better. We are tasked with delivering them to the gods, so that the gods may heal their souls.
I remember this guy. This is the guy from after we exited the dungeon, and his presence killed our two companions from there. That's annoying. Is such a thing possible?
I have seen it with my own eyes. You will see it too, if you choose to remain. There is no greater calling than the one we have chosen. Neither words, nor wealth, nor battle will end this suffering. Only the gods. Will you give them that chance?
Yeah, sure, why not? The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely. Something warm and soothing, and it is something you know you can never repay. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant of the many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. I will. Well, that was weird. Alright, Hedred House. Talking to the spider lady. But, rather, Lady Webb. But yeah, that was who the, courier told, told us that wished to speak to us. Uh, and, I believe it was Aloth or Ader then suggested that she might actually be a spider spinning her webs uh, across the city to know everything, which is patently silly, but I don't know. Would be the first Madam Web to be spinning things around and know more than she should. Lady Webb will see us now, apparently. Uh, hello. Oh, here's a good idea. Walk in invited and then steal everything in the house. Yeah, that'll help. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched to thin to near translucence with extreme age. A gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and candle burns dot and stripe her hands like a quilt patterned after some great indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
Sorry about that. Very squeaky chair. So Cad Nua, huh? I like Cade. This is exactly what I would picture Alos's mother to be like. Ader, I don't think you're winning any friends at all.
And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of. What in blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble?
I'm investigating a strange group. I don't think lying to her will really help much.
Strange does not begin to describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason.
Indeed.
You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend, which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
So the first one, not only do we not know that that's if that's true, as far as we know, was the Beewhack, which, as far as I'm aware, we never actually cured, which is not helpful. And why would we want him to reverse it? But ran across a man in one of the ruins. It's important that I find him again. She closes her eyes and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still and her mouth parts, little more than a sliver, and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground. The pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back, and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Aora has ever known.
What can you tell me about him? Clearly she's either a watcher or a cipher of some sort.
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The Leaden Key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it.
Interesting.
What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man. Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
Okay, I like Lady Webb.
That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity.
Yeah, I noticed that.
He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
Oh, he'll want to, because my problem is finding him, ripping his soul out, and then cutting his throat. But, you know, what else is there to know about the Leaden Key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members, They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal.
Oh yeah, I really like her.
Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
So, what did you want from me?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you. Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
Very well.
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
Excellent. There's something I can tell you about the Leaden Keys operations.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium, impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animancy.
Forgive me, it is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious.
Oh, I inspire that feeling a lot.
He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep.
It's not exactly how I was hoping to bait him out, but I suppose if nothing else works.
This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
That's everything I've learned so far, so... do I have any other questions?
Yes?
Tell me more about Dunred Row.
All the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed. We are Deerwood's cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster.
Translation: we pretend we know what we're doing.
And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes, but the truth is I don't think many of them could bear it.
I adore her voice actor, by the way. It's awesome. How did you come to be here?
Me? I started this place, in a different time, under a different duke. I impressed the duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
Are you psychic? What a stupid question. But let's ask it anyway.
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there.
Uh, I'm terrified at a thought I just had, which is maybe I should bring Grieving Mother here and let these two. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
Huh. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Let's talk about something else. Yeah, farewell.
Try your best not to die out there.
Yep, she has immediately become my favorite character in this game. Sorry, everybody else. Um, except maybe Kana, because he's willing to come along and shoot people for me, but I adore people who are willing to come along and shoot people for me. Right, so we had a couple of other quests, and we do need to dig deeper into the underground area of Caed Nua. So let's see what quest is next on our list. And whether or not somebody's going to immediately try and kill us when we step out this door again. Melee engagement makes it difficult for characters to move away from defenders in melee. However, several afflictions can break engagement, including prone, stunned, paralyzed, and petrified. Alright. So, find the tower. Derelict District of Defiance Bay. Find the tower. Aha! Okay, so patrolling Justiciars. Well, there's a better option, I think.
You're from Gilded Vale? Then you're close to home.
Close can mean a lot of things.
Surely you'll go back when this is all over.
Dunno. Guess that all depends.
Right. I'm sorry if the clicking it bothers you, but it's either that or cough in your ear. Does it? I think it's first fires. Yeah, let's go to first fires. I should check and make sure my stronghold is. Or check and see if my stronghold is okay. Because I think I started construction and it finished when we arrived, and I don't know if I ever started another construction. I will eventually get to the fight the evil lord guy for control of the castle. I just haven't gotten around to. Okay, he'll be finished first. Are we building something? Okay, curio shop. Gotcha. Alright, so we came here because
Are you staring at my eye patch or my ear stump?
Sorry, I was only thinking. The eyeless face seems to hound my steps. They say he unravels mysteries as well as hides them, but I'm starting to doubt it.
Wild does not unravel, but he helps guide you to the path of learning for yourself. If he gave us answers, the resulting knowledge would be without value.
You never get frustrated? With all these riddles and obtuse prophecies? Just once, I'd like to get a clear answer.
And just once, I'd like to meet a woman who goes into heat at the first whiff of Stelgar urine. But that's not going to happen either.
Have I mentioned I like Kana, but Hiravis is really growing on me as well. He's an offensive little turd, and I kind of like that. Now, I want to say this is the correct building. Because what I'm looking for is the woman who sent me to Heritage Hill. Because apparently she's in charge of all the patrols around the city, as far as I can tell. Or if not, chances are she'll know what I need. Who I need to talk to. Sorry about that. But seriously, it is the clicking of the microphone as I mute myself, or hacking in your ear, and nobody likes that, so Wyla. Hello? Oh, okay. Well, if you can't. But you. Seda looks like she's had a bath and a few square meals. She smiles shyly. Oh, that's right. That's the one I rescued. How about a justiciar? People must take an example from our result. Well, you're not helpful. Fine. It's either in Andra's gift or in Heritage Hill. Let's try Heritage Hill first, because I remember a tower there that we couldn't do anything with, so... And it did say Derelict District, so... This game's a bit of a slow roller, I notice. There's stuff to do, but everything seems to want to take forever to actually get anything done. And yes, I did just hear that footstep. I don't know what it was about. I think the sound system realized, oh wait, I forgot to play a footstep, and
I've never been to Nasitak. Is it very cold? What creatures wander the tundra? How are your leaders chosen?
Do you always ask this many questions?
yes.
Well, that's just to get us started. Let me get out some parchment for notes.
Ask whatever you want. If I don't know, I'll make something up.
I like Sagani too, she's funny. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Cade Nua. We're going to have a nap at Bright Hollow. I can never remember the name of the inn in Cade Nua. So we're gonna have a rest in the inn, and then we will head back to Heritage Hill. Of course, after we have rested, we'll probably be able to stop at the curio shop and see what's for sale. So we should be almost out of buildings that we need to build at Cade Nua. The restoration is almost complete.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Indeed. Right. Excuse me. Yes, indeed. Artificer's Hall. So let's come over here. That's a hand. Yeah, this. This is a hand. Oh, that's a big statue. Because that's the statue in the Endless Paths. I made the hand gesture, but even though you can't actually see anything. That's kind of terrifying now that I recognize that. Hello, Artificer Guy.
How do you do?
Greetings, my lord. Here you will find only the most ingenious of contraptions, oils and snares and dwimmer crafts, all to fetter and frustrate your foes. Do you wish to have a look? Sure, let's see what you got. Well, that's... Okay, sure. Oh, right, we can retrain characters. Yeah, no thanks. Right. Thanks all the same.
Yes?
I think we'll be buggering off now. I'm not sure why that was so terribly uninteresting, but sure, whatever. Dual-wielding melee weapons offers fast attack, but lacks per hit damage of two-handed weapons, accuracy of single one-handed weapons, and deflection bonus of fighting with a shield. Okay, so you can hit them a lot for a little bit, or
I must say,
hit them a few times for nope. Oh yeah, yes, everybody else is going around the other way for no well-explained reason. Brilliant. Right. To Bright Hollow, and to a nap, and apparently to the end of the episode, because I didn't realize it had taken us that long to deal with Lady Webb. Oh well. Well, next time I think we can go to Heritage Hill, because I'm pretty sure that's where that tower is. Either that, or I'm completely wrong. Artificer's Hall is mechanics, athletics and constitution, perception, lore. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, let's rest with training grounds and improved ability to hit things. And the curio shop has been completed, and nobody wants to talk, which is good. So, what we're going to do is, actually, what we need to do is check our Defiance Bay reputation, because we might be strong, might have it high enough that we can get to deal with Eater's quest, or deal with the next piece of Eater's quest anyway. Eater, never quite sure.
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
Right. I'll pay you off, and then when what's his face gets back, you can go escort the other guy. Here we go to the curio shop. Post haste. Thank you. Aha. Let's see what the curio shop has for sale. If anything of interest. We're still waiting to unlock the next part of the map so that we can get to
Hail and well met.
It's good to see you, my lord. I have all manner of odds and ends here, acquired from every corner of the Deerwood. Spider venom, skulder ears, anything you might wish. Let's see what you've got, certainly. Stalgar tooths. Vithrak brain? Large, gelatinous brain of a Vithrak. Though Vithrak are known to possess impressive powers of the mind, there's no obvious source for said power on the brain's wrinkled surface. Aha! I see what this is. This is the shop to sell all the stuff you need to enchant things. Yes, there we go. Which makes it awesome. Essence shimmers within these bottles. Dozens of spider legs protrude from the necks of these bottles. Well, that's just creepy. Well, looks like we have just enough time for maybe to get to the loading screen. And if we land in Heritage Hill, we'll be able to find out if the tower is the one we're after. In the deep, dark tower, Mizark. Yep. Yes, that was a Skyrim.
I'm impressed.
Yes, fine. Yes, that was a Skyrim reference. No, I know nobody's been watching Skyrim, which I guess it's 6 years old, and I'm still playing the original version. And yeah, I haven't gone with there's a tower there, and there's a tower in here. Let's do Heritage Hill first. I'm almost certain. Yeah, actually, hang on. Let's Stronghold. What else is here to be built? Chapel or the Forum? Get the chapel. So now we can... Yeah, that's fine. Now we can go to Heritage Hill. Yeah, I know nobody's been watching Skyrim, and it's too bad because I'm finally finally reaching the point where I'm doing Rigmore of Bruma and getting close to the end of Cheese of Ages, because I mean those quests are awesome, and I understand I had some audio problems as I was recording that, but aha, I was right. Heritage Hill. Lost 28 gold to bandits and earned 1,200. Awesome map. Alright, let's go here. Hopefully we won't get murderized by monsters. And I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. And next episode, we will head into this tower here and see exactly what it is that is waiting for us there. Alright, this has been Pillars of Eternity with Triax 2. I will see you guys next time. Bye.